Hello everyone, this is Abhishek. So in this video I'll discuss about some of the numericals from structural geology in JAM 2021. Okay, so let's start. So this is a 1 mark question. It is asking about uh, yes, the bed with an altitude of 20 degree, and 20 degree means it is the strike, right? Bed is having strike of north 20 degree east. 20 degree azimuth means north 20 degree east. Okay, 30 degree is the deep amount. Northwest is the quadrant where the true dip direction lies, right? True dip direction lies in northwest quadrant, right? Okay, so yes, so first let's do this bed. So you can do it in like two diagram you can do. One is your azimuth diagram. This is, let's say this is north south, and this will be east west. So the bed is having strike of north 20 degree, sorry, north 20 degree east. This is the strike of the bed, right? North 20 east, and it is dipping in northwest quadrant. So its true dip will be in northwest quadrant here. So it will be 90 degree. That means what will be the direction? It is 20 means it is 20 and it will be 70. So north 70, west is the true dip direction. So yes, so true dip amount is 30 degree. So let's say I am plotting the bed like this. Well, this is the vertical section I am doing, right? This is horizontal, and this is the bed. Okay, this is imaginary horizontal surface. The dotted line is the imaginary horizontal surface, and this is my bed, and this is the vertical section, right? This is the vertical section I am doing, right? So yeah, so the deep amount is 30 degree. Deep amount is given 30 degree. Then what is the next part of the question? It is rotated 55 degree counterclockwise, means anti-clockwise. Okay, so draw the clock. It's like 3, 6, 9, 12. So this is clockwise. Okay, you have to rotate anti-clockwise. You have to rotate counterclockwise. How much degree? 55 degree. So you have to rotate the bed in this direction, not in opposite. This will be clockwise, right? You have to rotate it in opposite direction. So sorry, yes, this is the bed. So you have to rotate in anti-clockwise direction, right? Anti-clockwise, how much degree? 55 degree. So the bed will be in, this is the new position of the bed, right? Suppose this is bed, this is, you can say, bed new position, right? So what is the, okay, elongate strike line. Okay, elongate strike line means you have to look, see, this part is given looking northerly. That means you have to take this vertical surface. You have to take this vertical surface. You have to look northerly means you have to stand here. You have to stand here and see, right? You have to stand here, look northwise. Okay, you have to stand here, look northwise. This is, this part is, it is horizontal, right? this is horizontal. When you are showing direction means it's a horizontal plane. This is a horizontal plane, right? And now it's a vertical surface. So this part, this point what you are looking, this point, okay, this point is here. You are standing here, or you can stand in the origin also. You can stand here and you are looking in the vertical surface, looking towards north end. That means north end of the strike, looking towards north end of the strike. That means you are looking along the strike and you are standing in the southern end. Okay, and what you have done, you have to rotate it 55° anti-clockwise in the vertical surface itself. So the dip of the bed after rotation, what will be the new dip? So dip is always measured from horizontal. So previously it was 30, you have rotated 55° more. So the dip amount will be 30 plus 55 will be equal to 55°. Okay, it will be the answer. 85° will be the answer. The direction is northwest because you have not changed the direction. You have only changed the dip amount. Dip direction is same. You have not rotated the bed. You have not rotated its strike or dip direction. You have only rotated the bed in vertical plane. That means you are only changing the dip amount. Okay, so it's 85°. This is also a 1 mark question. That means it can be any number between 1 to 10 in your NAT section. That depends. Okay, then yes, that is different. The question number is different for each people, so you can check with your response sheet. Okay, so this is from 1 mark section. And the width of the outcrop, what is given in the question, the width of the outcrop of the fault zone on a flat surface is 100 meter. So already diagram is given, so nothing more to imagine here. Okay, so width of the outcrop on a flat surface, this is the 100 meter what is given in first line. And a vertical borehole through the fault zone is measured. It's okay. Borehole through fault zone measured its vertical thickness to be 100 meter. Okay, so there is a, this is a borehole, and this pass through the fault zone, and it measured the vertical thickness to be 100 meter. Okay, so you can plot this 100 meter here also. That means vertical thickness is 100 meter. Okay, you can take this here also, no problem. Change its position from. So it is given horizontal thickness is 100 meter and vertical thickness is 100 meter, right? And it is asking for the true thickness. It is asking for the true thickness. The true thickness of the fault zone is there. So true thickness will be, let me change one more color. Yeah, so the true thickness is this one. True thickness which is measured perpendicular to both the layers. True thickness means what? Which is perpendicular to both the layers. Okay, this is true thickness. Okay, so it is asking for true thickness. What you have? You have 100 meter, which is your horizontal distance or horizontal thickness. 100 meter, which is your vertical thickness. Okay, what you can do, you can calculate the dip from here. You can calculate the dip amount from here. What will be the dip amount? It's 100 by 100, P by B. It's 1. P by B is equal to 10 delta. So P by B is equal to 1, as it is 100 by 100. So 1. So delta will be 45. 10 45 will be 1. Okay. So it's 45°. Now you have to find out this true width. Now you have to find out the true width. Okay, now this is a different triangle. Here this is the true thickness which is asked, and this is 100 meter which is given, right? This is the triangle. The next triangle is this one, right? So 100 meter is given, this one. It is the base, it is the hypotenuse, and it is the perpendicular. So perpendicular is asked. So P by H is equal to sine theta, right? So here theta is 45 degree. This angle is 45 degree. So P is equal to sine 45 into 100. Sine 45 into 100. Okay. So what will be sine 45? So it will be equal to 0.707. How much? Yes, it is asking for two decimal places, right? It is asking for two decimal places. So let me take 3, 0.7071 into 100. Right? Sine 45 will be 0.7071. Okay, into 100 means that will be 70.71. Okay, 70.71 will be your answer. 70.71 is your answer, and the answer will come like that means in the answer key it will be coming like 70.71 to 70.72, right? So you can write any number between this. You might be calculated sine 45 as you know that is 1 by root 2. Sine 45 will be, sine 0 will be 0, then sine 30 will be 1 by 2, then sine 45 will be 1 by root 2. Okay, so that also you can if you have calculated like that, you can also the decimal difference will be there. That means some 1 2 difference will be there in decimal value. So it's okay if you have uh, calculated something else between 70.71 to 70.72. Okay, so this is the procedure what I was telling. Then the next question, it is a 2-mark question, and yes, in an oblique slip fault. So it is given oblique slip fault. I have always told you, whenever you will see a question, first try to imagine or draw a diagram. So oblique slip fault, let's make an oblique slip fault. Sorry, I am facing problem in this plotting of figures here in this tablet. So okay, so this is your oblique slip fault, and yeah, okay. So this is the oblique slip fault. You can see this is the net slip direction, this will be strike slip, and this will be dip slip. Okay, this is your net slip. So you got oblique slip fault, and with an attitude of 0 0 means it's along north. That means north south is the strike, 30 degrees true dip, delta east is the dip direction. Okay, dip direction will be east. Okay, then so it is okay, the net slip of vector has a length of 20 meter. So net slip is given 20 meter. Okay, then and a rake of 30° south. That means you have to measure like this. It is 30°. Rake is what? Rake is angle between strike and any lineation on the plane. Okay, so the rake is 30°. Rake on the fault plane, which is measured on the fault plane itself, is 30°. Okay, and the displacement of a horizontal bed along the fault trace. It is asking about the displacement of a horizontal bed along the fault trace. Okay, let's break this into two parts. So first it is asking for displacement of a horizontal bed. So let's draw one horizontal bed first. Okay, let me draw a horizontal bed like this. Okay, so this is the horizontal bed. So after faulting, this is I am plotting in the foot wall. So in hanging wall, it will be like this. This is the horizontal bed. Okay. So yeah, so we have done the horizontal bed. Then what it is asking? It is asking displacement. Displacement means the bed is displaced. The bed is displaced because of the faulting. Okay, so we have to measure the displacement, and in which direction we have to measure? We have to measure along the fault trace. We have to measure along the fault trace. Fault trace means this is one fault trace, that means horizontal, and this is one fault trace, right? This is a fault trace. Fault trace means your intersection of fault plane with any surface. This is the fault trace in horizontal surface. That means intersection of fault plane and the horizontal surface and the horizontal surface. So that is your fault trace in the horizontal surface, and it is asking for fault trace in a plane which is perpendicular to strike of the fault, which is perpendicular to strike of the fault. That means this plane you have to take, right? This is the plane which is perpendicular to strike of the fault. This plane is perpendicular to strike of the fault. So you have to measure this this difference. You have to measure this difference or this displacement of the bed along this plane, sorry, along the fault trace on this plane. Okay, in more general or to make it more general, let me draw another diagram where I will say the where I will show you the displacement. Okay, let me erode this part. Right after faulting, this part will be eroded, this part will be eroded, and if this part will also be eroded, but let me keep this part and let me erode this part, right? Only the vertical side I am eroding, I am not eroding the horizontal part. Okay, so let's see this diagram like this. I hope you are getting. Okay, so this is the fault plane. What I have done, I have eroded this part, I have eroded this part. Okay, so only to show this fault trace in a plane perpendicular to the strike of the fault, I have to show this. So you can see this is the strike of the fault, this is the strike of the fault, and perpendicular to the strike, this is the plane. Perpendicular to strike, this is the plane, right? Perpendicular to strike, this is the plane. Okay, so on this plane, which is the fault trace, that means intersection of fault plane and this plane, so this is the fault trace, this is the fault trace, right? Where is the bed? The bed is here, the bed is here, this is horizontal bed, so this is the bed and this is the bed in hanging wall. Okay, so it is asking about this displacement, it is asking about this displacement, this length. Okay, so how can you find out that? You can find out from this diagram, this diagram only to show you what is the what it is asking. Okay, so how you can calculate? Come to first diagram, this is your net slip amount, net slip amount. Okay, let me erase something. Okay, okay, so yes, so this is the net slip which is 20 meter and it is 30 degree, and what it is asking, it is asking about this distance, it is asking about this distance, right? This one is x, it is asking about this distance x. It is same with, if you will do the horizontal bed like this, will do the horizontal bed like this length it's same as this length, right? This length is same as this length. Okay, this much displacement is equal to this much, that means displacement along the fault plane in the deep direction, or you can say this is deep separation. It is also asking the deep separation, same thing. Deep separation is the separation of any planar structure, separation of any planar structure along the deep of the fault plane. So it is same thing, this is the deep separation between this bed to this bed, this is the deep separation along the deep of the fault plane. Okay, so it is asking for that. So simple, it is 20 meter, it is 30 degree, and it is asking what is this. Okay, this is perpendicular because it is straight and it is deep direction, perpendicular, not direction, that means line along the D. Okay, separation along the D. So it is asking P by H is equal to sin theta. So here sin 30, so P is equal to H sin 30. What is H? H is 20 meter, sin 30 is 1 by 2, so it's 10 meter, is equal to 10 meter. So the answer will be 10 meter. Okay, so these are all, only 3 questions are asked from structural geology. Okay, I hope all of you understood. Then this is the announcement for June 2021 NET. Those people who are appearing for NTA CSIR NET in Earth Science, we are going to release the video lectures of geology subjects, then geophysics, and then oceanography and climatology. Okay, so we'll release, I hope, in next month. So all the best, thank you so much. You can visit our website for more information, that is artscienceclasses.in, or you can contact here. Okay, thank you.